So we'll get going at 6:05, the 26th.
February 2nd.
February 2nd. We're 1 week off.
I'm just
Alright. Any changes for the agenda? Anybody got anything to change on the agenda? Alright. Good?
we do need to choose the date for that.
Okay. So we'll
But it's all right, but we're going to talk about it.
okay. Any public comment? Assuming none. None. Alright. We are gonna be quick. Do we need Joey to go into his?
We do. He said he was coming at 6:30. We could do the general review.
Yeah.
And just swap around.
I think he's in the fire station.
Yeah, but they're working on that.
Oh,
So as it stands, we would have an increase with what you're seeing between the revenue and the expenses of 6 cents. If you cut back
which one you on?
The general fund?
Okay.
you probably could cut back 2 cents if you reduced the police from 300 to 200. There's not a lot of other places where I see that can make a big difference. Communications upgrade, I only put in a smidge to cover like a year's payment to need to do the upgrade if that's discovered. And then end up like borrowing the money to do it because it's gonna be a big chunk of change.
Right.
So I didn't put in the full amount, we can take it out, but chances are the payment will be this year anyway, but I put some in just as a placeholder.
How are the delinquent taxes?
They are a minute. Unfortunately, they aren't coming in as fast as I'd like, so again, the new rules. And this year, I can't do anything because one's going to 35, but there's probably 10 or 12 that are coming in on tax sale, which takes 6 months. But,
So even for the delinquent taxes, we still gotta pay the school tax and
we
everything.
have to pay it.
Everything, we take the hit on that. And we never get,
Well, now that I'm doing it, we do get to keep the interest in the funds.
okay.
But we don't, you're right, perfectly thoughtful. We don't get anything. But we're getting the maximum interest and penalty that can be,
Allowed, yeah, okay.
it's unfortunate that
So,
it happens.
on these back taxes, even if they go to tax sale, does it always clean them up?
Very, yes, it does. If they go to tax sale, one way or the other, it gets sold or they redeem before the sale. So it is the good recourse. The problem is it takes a very long time because once it gets to the attorney, they have to do basically a mini title search to see who is there a lien holder on it. Then they send a letter to that lien holder because maybe the lien holder doesn't want to lose their place in line. So sometimes they will pay the taxes. And then they have to put it in the newspaper and wait so many publications, and then they have to send certified letters, which is almost $10 a letter these days. And then we get the tax sale day.
Yeah.
But it always sells. I don't think I've had any that never sold. So they always sell or they redeem before. So it does work. It's just the state of them must tie our hands with being able to do. If I haven't had any contact, there's some that on November 21st, they haven't contacted me since then. We're a few months out. And normally, in a perfect world, we would have been just, hey, I've sent 3 letters. Nobody's calling me, nobody's contacting me. That's enough for long. I usually see some quick action. I can't for a year now.
So there's a year delay.
A year delay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And at the last check, which was Thursday, there were $302,000 that was for
302? Okay. Okay. Not the 202, 302.
202 is what we collected
Oh, that's what, okay.
from the previous year.
Is that listed anywhere else, P.J.? The delinquent tax?
It isn't, but I can prepare it.
This might be good for
Yes.
everybody to see.
This is what we have. It almost needs to be an expense.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if there's you wonder if there's a way to, the school's gotta wait for their share too, just like the rest of us, but.
The law is that you can subtract the delinquent amount of their share. So if we had 300 outstanding and 200 was their share, you can make them wait 90 days.
That's it?
For that
But
portion.
only 90 days.
Only that portion, that's delinquent.
Right.
Yeah, so, yeah, they still get the money.
Okay. The 133 in grants,
That's that one. So it counteracts on the back page.
yeah. Get Angie to buy more beer licenses.
We do need to open more of those, that would help. Definitely. So the 370 on salaries, what's that? That was a 3% increase plus remember the library had wanted to bump their people up over 16. So some of their increases were sizable because they were somewhere at 14 and 15. So theirs are a little bit more than the 3%. But that's theirs and the 3% for everybody. That's because it was just, I think it was 4 people. 3.
That's all we have for legal expenses?
We don't have much in the general fund because one was the ambulance and the other was highway. We have had expenses, it's just highway and the ambulance.
Right.
You can come in anytime, Joe.
We're doing a meeting out here too, so I don't know if you're ready for me or not.
We're going over the
When
general.
you are, just holler to me.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going over the general fund, so whenever you're done or want to come in, it's fine.
Nah, we won't be done here probably for a while.
Well, we'll holler to you then.
We got a lot of helps. You know how that works. All right.
The transfer to highway last year was so high because of this work on here, right?
Lock here, and then I think they've done something at the Opera House, and then they had done the work at the,
Right.
yes.
Okay. And the increase on the 6 cents out in general, right?
General.
Not the highway.
No, highway actually went down 2. If you keep it the way he's presented it, it's down 2 cents.
I'll drive it in.
Is there any questions on this before we do? What do we? So there was even so the police fund.
Yeah, I moved 250 of it last year because if I had taken the whole 300, we would have had a little bit of a shortfall on the other overages.
Right.
So I put 250 into the fund,
Okay.
but still allotted 300 for the ensuing.
Yeah. So that's like that's in the police fund. There's 250,000. So every 50,000 is a cent, basically. Okay.
Last year, we were at 49 cents for the general fund. The year before it was 46, so we went up 3 cents last year. Actually, just let me just, I got 52 now. we take 100,000 out, it'll bring it to 52. So it's not what I said. I will know.
Thoughts?
All in all, I think it's, I mean, see how she rolls.
I do bring something to school, because I know you're worried about offices. This one here is the main article, and it tells you what the increases.
So does that mean that's the amount that's going up? That percent, or is
That's
that?
what it says. I'm not in the know of that stuff, but that's, they don't think that they're going to. They have a meeting for every school. And they're feeding them and stuff, they're doing all the right stuff to get people out, to get them informed. But that's the only thing that I know there's a brochure type thing that came in there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what this is. I looked at it. I imagine if that's the overall expense. I'm assuming that's what it means budget-wise.
Right. I do like the 52 cents better than the 50.
Yes, or even doing a 53 with, taking 50,000 instead of. We get a lot of what we pay.
You're not wrong.
We get here, for the ambulance and the library.
I mean, listen,
We do get a lot of services, but it is hard on some people. So did you want me to take take 100,000?
What do you guys think? Thoughts?
I'd say keep it in for now. We're gonna need it.
I agree.
I mean, because you took only 50, right?
She put 250 in the fund.
Right.
But with this increase, we were at 49 last year.
Right.
So now we would be at 56. 55 and a half, so it's close to 56. So if we took 100,000 out,
Yeah.
then it's 52. Yeah,
Sorry, I was thinking target 100 out of what? Police.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
100.
So,
So that brings it down to 150? Two.
200,000.
Okay, 2. Yeah. Yeah, so we took 50 more. Yeah,
You'd already taken it.
right.
15. Okay. Here's that. Fast. And the building repairs, there's
So
a
that
lot of
one,
that's the armory and stuff.
that
Some of
is what is needed to be left of the armor and lights upgrade in this building. It's just this room, the big room, and maybe the living quarters with the ambulance, but everything else has been, that's on definitely.
Does that fall under Efficiency Vermont or any of them programs?
They just reached out to Billy Joe, was it last week?
Yep.
Yeah, so.
So they said this is the last year that we can take advantage of any incentives because they're going away at this year. So we'll take it while we can.
That's right.
The armory's all done later too. We changed the armory.
Right. we changed
That's all
that
done
one.
too.
That one's done. And the library's done.
When is her reassess? Is that?
That I actually need to knock on their door because I haven't heard anything from them. They were supposed to talk about 2026, so. And that was, 1,503 parcels. That was around 162 to do that. I haven't heard from them at all. They were supposed to reach out to me. It was about,
We were told by the state to do it,
yeah.
but because so many people needed it done and so few appraisers, as long as we can get a contract signed and get them in line, this is not start.
We're all mandated by the state now, do it every 6 years too, so.
We probably should reach out to the company again.
Yeah.
And get a contract in ink and pen because
Yeah.
they won't bug us unless it's not.
And that hasn't been, what'd you say that's gonna cost?
So last time I think we had right around 1,300 parcels, 1,303 parcels, and it was right around 125 a parcel. Was what I was last quoted, so I mean it should be right around that again. So that puts it at what I say 160. Call 163,000.
That seems like a poor investment.
Yes.
Every 6 years.
No.
There are ways that the state could actually help us out by just letting us go up a percentage or down a percentage, but they won't hear it.
So I tell everybody now, if you want to get in the game right now, be an appraiser.
Yeah.
There's some money to be made in that field.
And we haven't set anything aside for that yet. Okay.
It affects the school tax. I mean, it affects everything. The school tax is probably more than they would like to. I don't know. I just know that it does.
Anybody see anywhere else we could skim any off? Not really, no? Maybe the armory won't cost us as much as
Well, there goes that. I mean, you can always hope. Just,
All right.
we don't pay the top of the money. So we'll go in and pay. Just need to get in there.
It's like the insurance that, so that would be
That's everything.
everything.
Yeah, anything that's not covered by one of the other departments, along with some health insurance. So,
Do all the employees' health insurance go in there?
no,
It's like Joey's would go under the highway.
highway,
All
right.
right. All right.
It's mostly like all of the buildings are under there. Workman's comp for our office and the library. Contents of the buildings, outbuildings, I mean, just, I don't know, everything, yeah.
Perfect timing.
Perfect done?
Yep. Should I even there today, were they?
Nope,
They still there?
not yet. They figured out how to get that printed out, but you notice the font looks different.
It does look a little bit different.
So you can put it on yours and fix it. I don't know what went wrong with that.
You just never know these days with technology. I'm not the person to, I'm the same model as you.
Never
sometimes it doesn't
never-
work.
Never had a problem with that before. I thought it was something that was funny when I went to print it off and only printed just page. I said, maybe I gotta do each one individually. And I do now, because I've got this, but I still gotta do them individually.
Is it Excel?
Yeah.
There's something
A glitch.
funny. I can't print, Garrett can't. I brought it up to them, so I don't know what the hell's going on.
They went in, they took control of it, and I tried to watch what they were doing, so I know maybe next time.
They work fast.
They worked fast, and I lost track after about 6 moves here.
I'd have to save, if I did something I want to print it, I'd have to save it to a PDF, as a PDF, and then I'd have to print it. I couldn't
think
just
that's
go,
what they did for
that, yeah, I don't know. I asked, what's his name, Devin, I'm like, there's some weird Excel bug amongst all of
Never had
us.
a problem before.
Yeah.
I even went on to last year's, and I can still print that.
Yeah, Garrett, yeah, like I said, Garrett can't, I can't, now I know you can't.
But you
There's
had,
2 sheets they were using, And we're printing the second one, but not the first one.
Yeah, I can't even print at all. Like any Excel spreadsheet, well, it's not a big deal. Like I said, I just save it as a PDF, and then I can print it that way, but it's just to print it straight off of Excel. Nope.
Yeah. So does it look like a blank page with just a black bar down the left side or nothing?
Mine, it'll lock my Excel up.
Well,
And it'll lock it up and I can't do anything. Then I have to like force it to shut off. Yeah, so.
The way this winter's going, Joey, I don't know if your salaries is gonna be high enough.
yeah, I know. That and the salt budget. So, we can talk about that maybe a little bit. I just got a call on a half an hour ago from Barracks. So price of salt went up $11.50 a ton from last year's price to this year's. And from Cargill. And now we can't get any salt. Cargill isn't furnishing any to the state of Vermont because they don't have any state contracts, but they do in other states have contracts, so they got to obligate those contracts. There's a shortage, so they're taking care of the contracts instead of. And it looked like you're not gonna. Tim said it looked like you're gonna get salt through the whole month of February. So they're looking at other avenues, and one place is on the coast of New Hampshire, someplace they go get it off a barge. They did that a few years ago. But the price now, if we want salt, will be like 120. I forgot what you told me, 120 something. And well, I didn't know if we wanted it in this. Well, I don't have any left. I got barely like a couple tons maybe at the most. So I said I'm probably gonna have to get a load just in case we have some kind of an ice storm or something.
What was it running?
Before,
Yeah,
it was 92 last year a ton,
92 last year.
and it went up to $103.50 after the 1st of July, the new contract. And then now to get through this other company, of course there's no contract ahead of time, so that's 120. I forgot what he said, 127. So I'm thinking, figured I'd run it by you guys, but I'm thinking I'd get a load. I mean, what are you gonna do? You gotta have some. Get a load, try to use it sparingly, and go from there, I guess. He said, I'd like to think that in a couple of weeks I'm lying to you, and I'll call you up and say, Cargill's learning to bring salt up this way. Because it comes to Barrett's train car. He said, I'd like to think that I could call you in a couple of weeks and get you some. He said, I don't know for sure that's gonna happen. So it'd probably be wise to buy a load at a time, which I normally do anyways.
Yeah.
Another good reason, I guess, to have a salt shed so that you can put up your whole stockpile in the fall of the year before this problem happened. And still might not be enough, because I know towns and cities and state that has sheds are running low. Anyways, that's that.
And there's no outlets out of Canada.
There is another, we bought it out of Canada for a couple of different years in a row, but we can't buy it from them because they're the same boat. They're supplying their contractors, the contracts that they've got. Because when it went up $11.50 a ton, I called Montreal Compass Minerals, the name of the company, and see what their price would be if we could get it. And they said, we can't. We've got the contracts that we're obligated to supply, and they're not taking out any more. So I said next July, if you call me early enough, probably we could give you a price and see if we can sign you up if you wanted to. It's not an option.
You can get it at 120, you gotta get it at 120, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because if we had like a freezing rainstorm, that kind of cute trying to, we could have just seen the laptop and wait for it to melt. It's nice to be able to put some salt down on the blacktop and get that buried off, so at least you got 11 or 12 miles of road, not to cut that so much.
Are there many towns that do just sand now? Does everybody use salt?
Most towns now use salt and blacktop. Not all the time maybe, but they always used to do a mix. So you took a couple buckets of salt and put it with your sand. And if the end result is that you're gonna bear the blacktop out, you might as well leave the sand in the pile and using the same amount of salt. You know, so.
Yeah.
The town where my daughter lives over in New York, they're all sweeping it up and collecting it at the end of the season. Not the salt. the sand.
Yeah,
Do they?
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you get some of it back at least. I don't think health insurance I've got high enough here. Looking and thinking there before I come down here. So, as you said, 76 something was for the 3. And then if we did the stipend, it was a 10, 86. I don't cover it, that gets you to that number, and I don't even count the card. Card, you get 7,000 a year.
Right.
Could be more. So I think we
Yeah,
can
you
go to
better bump
97.
it back in. I think that's what we do.
What does this amount to be raised by taxes, what does that make for a tax rate compared to last year?
If I had to. Is that what you're asking? Are you asking the one that you have? Because you already figured it. So are you asking with the 10? Added 10 in?
No,
What are you
no,
asking?
I'm asking what this would be. I don't know if we add another 10 to it, and add another cent.
So you want to know what the bigger rate is?
Right. Be like 10, be a cent less than last year, third.
Difference of last year. Yes.
About a cent less, a little more than a cent.
1.3.
I guess that's up to you guys what you want to. So if you added another,
You're saying the health insurance?
yeah,
It's a cent.
the 87 that I've got, I don't think is gonna be enough, because I think that's gonna cover the 3 that are on it, and the stipend. That's not gonna count the health equity thing. That's not gonna cover the health equity. No,
So you're saying move that to 97?
I think so. So that's gonna jump the amount to be raised by taxes by 10,000. So you'd be about the same tax rates last year then, right? Be 741. Cents. And what was it last year?
62.
62. We can go down through it line by line if you want to. I can explain my thought process behind it. Some of it is what it is, like the insurance. We already got the bill for that. We already got that. The unemployment. The salaries is 3%, you said, right?
That's what.
And the social security, what is it, 7.5%? 6.5. I think I figured 7.5. Close enough.
It's the,
No, I didn't.
Wrong page.
305. That was- numbers off by 500.
Yeah, roughly.
So it's 23.
And that's only if you go to the 305. Like if you don't go to 305, you'll be fine.
Yeah, the 305 is 3% of what we actually spent, so that's how.
So the social security would be what, 20?
23,332.
So 23.
40.
Or should we go 23.5?
23,500.
So you did 23.5 for the social security? Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I think he meant. Is that what you mentioned?
It figures out, yeah, right, if we, you're saying is if we don't spend the 305, it won't be that high. If you did, 7.65% of 305 is 23,332.50.
So it's an additional 620.
Where does the well fall in here?
I figured that, I think the simplest way is to just get a loan and then next, it'll be a year before you're gonna make a payment. And then you'll know what you gotta figure in, just add it to the garage expense next year.
Okay.
There's a few other things that need to be done there as well. That could be encompassed into like a, I don't know what you call it. Recon.
I thought that was the simplest thing, instead of trying to budget a number that's an estimate, and either be short or whatever.
Okay.
You get a loan for what, 2% interest?
That's what it was last time.
And if we had enough of an overage, instead of carrying it all over next year, you could actually pay the loan off. Could do it that way.
Yeah. And in the meantime, maybe you could even get worker grants or something for certain things. Never know.
We didn't have nowhere near as much to carry over this year. Normally there's $70,000 to carry over. This year is only 13,000 and something. Luckily I got a structures grant. But I'm waiting for a phone call. I don't know if I ought to figure on that whole $200,000 for revenue or not. I think I can. Cause I also got a, up here where the class 2 roadway grant is, I don't have anything there. I also got a grant there, but I'm not sure we're gonna collect on all of that this year.
Might balance out that.
What work we do this year, that's the class 2 roadway grant, it's on Curly Road, fixing up another section of that to pave it. Some gravel, fabric, culverts, ditching, our time, equipment all comes out of other line items. But the paving's a big thing. I don't think, I can kind of see us getting the dirt work done this year and then doing the paving next spring. And then that will be like almost $270,000 worth of it right there. Maybe wait, get the reimbursement of 200,000, then get reimbursed 200,000, the other balance come out of the paving fund. If the work that we do this year, I could put in for a partial reimbursement, which maybe would be 50,000 of it. Either way, the most we're gonna get is 200, whether we get it a little bit now and the balance later, or all at one time. That's what you're gonna get. Same with the structures. That's 200,000. That's the most you're gonna get if the project maxes out. The project's got a total cost would have to be like $223,000 in order to get the full 200,000 out from the reimbursement. I'm just not sure it's gonna cost completely that much, but it probably will cost the road here. The estimate on the box was like 70,000, I think that usually figures out like a third of the price of the project, so
Does it?
it'd be about right.
Yeah, for the nickel curly road one.
Yep. How much of the permits cost?
Didn't tell me.
No?
I sent it to him, he goes, here's everything, let me know how to pay for the reimbursement, and respond. But I did check with Chad. I imagine, that, like, when I do medical, they pay for that stuff, and then when they send the bill, it'll be itemized. And you pay it. At least that's how much.
So, yeah, we anticipated 1,055,110 for expense and revenue last year. We actually only took in 1,042,000. But we only spent 1,129,000, so that's why there's $13,000 to carry over.
What is next on the replacement schedule, Joey?
For equipment,
Yeah.
the Lucius's truck, the 17, I got the equipment ordered for it already.
Okay.
Just gotta order the truck when the timing's right, which I think is gonna be, oh, they tell me the third quarter, the last quarter of this year.
The equipment would be available?
The equipment will be ready in April, in the spring of 27,
27, yeah.
which we've already ordered it back in, June, was it, June, July? And so, but you can get a truck in like 90 days, so you don't wanna buy a truck and then have it sitting for too long, paying for it for no reason, so. I think if they order the truck in the third quarter, or maybe the last quarter, I think the third quarter, then it'll be built like in, I don't know, I gotta check with them.
Yeah.
It'll be built like in the spring of 27, so then I can just, when it comes in, do it down.
Good. Did you want to have down there now? Close?
They must be, they told me that when we were down there, they said in another 2-3 weeks, they said around first February, and here we are, so must be close.
Good.
Never heard nothing, I haven't checked on it.
Good.
Must be close.
Now, is that equipment already paid for or not?
The truck, we've got a payment for it, which is figured into the
Yeah.
equipment budget, that's why there's another, for the truck loan is like another 40,000 a year for 7 years. Right? Yeah, 7 years. 37 or something.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly that.
37,919.
Wasn't it even 40?
So that's for the truck. And the equipment, I think we'll just pay, I would say, we just pay for it out of the equipment replacement fund.
Okay.
Because right now it's got 101, the price is 114,000.
Didn't know if you said 104D or 114.
114 is, well, I'm hoping that's what it's gonna be. Hopefully there's not some tariff language on there where it's gonna cost more than that. I haven't heard, nobody said nothing, but they won't. So that price is 114. Right now we got 101 in there. And if this budget passes, we're gonna put another 65 into it, so there'll be money enough in there to pay for the equipment out of the, and still have some left in there, a little bit left. If that's the way you choose to do it.
Okay.
Maybe 166 in there. 50,000 or so in there still.
Good.
And then, yeah. Or you wouldn't have to pay it all out of the equipment. replacement fund, you could pay half of it and then borrow the other half. I guess if you got it, you might as well use it.
But nothing else other than the truck coming up. Everything's in good shape.
The next thing would be another truck, which will be, it's a 20. So 3 more years after that would be the next, if we choose to go 10 years.
Western started at 20 already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Good?
Yeah, so when this other truck comes, that one will be 7 years old, so.
Right.
I know we've gone 10, but there's been talk about shortening it up to 8 years or something like that. If that's the case, that one will be ready to.
Right. Good. Okay. What's the plan with the one you're getting rid of? Thoughts?
I assume we're just gonna put it out to bid and sell it. Right? I don't know. That's what we've been doing. That was kind of.
Right.
I can tell you, there's not a dealer that wants it for trade.
That would be fully equipped probably, huh?
Yep.
You plow and everything.
Well, that box isn't much to. Not getting much air, but.
Right.
To haul gravel, somebody wouldn't really want that. Well, they could use it. They probably prefer a different body on it.
Right.
There's probably more options for a sale, private sale, by putting it out to bid than there would be to trade it. Get more interest, I think.
Started on that armory alone after that ambulance.
Well, auction, you're over here.
I'm not doing that. We're doing single biz.
Oh, it worked out.
A lot of competition after that ambulance, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of tire kickers.
Probably could have sold 10 of those things.
First there was
Nothing.
for months and then it went out.
As soon as it went on that long, man. Holy Moses.
Everybody wanted it.
Yep. Would be good.
I'd get a phone call for a price and then I'd have to call the other 5 people that had put a price on and then I'd have to call back and I was like, this is getting out of hand.
All in the same room, right?
Right?
Well, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody always wants to put a tank on something.
That's right. Or gravel body.
Yeah.
Good job. Thanks for all the work you guys are doing too. It's a big kudos. You guys are earning it this year, that's right.
You guys done a great job.
Yeah, it's been pretty relentless, that's for sure.
Right. We really appreciate it.
Just like this last weekend, it snowed pretty much both days, all day. Not even supposed to be,
Right.
just cloudy.
Hoping you're getting
Depends on what kind of
everything
clouds.
Yeah, we didn't have to do much to it.
We throw a house fire in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, with ordering this out, if you go through and say that we'll take a load, I mean, how many loads you normally take a year?
About 350 ton. This year I've used 400 and. This year, I'm saying this year, but you know how that works. That was from January to April last year, and then from November to December this year. It was, just the way our year ends, you know. 403.
You need one more, huh?
Well, now I'm into another year, so actually after the first year, I ordered like 3 loads. Like, boom, boom, I ordered a load, and I got 2 loads in one day. And all of a sudden, then people started saying they're shortage in salt.
Well, the board had asked me, and I said, well, I don't know, I've been paying the bills, and we joked, better keep paying them so the salt keeps coming.
Yeah, that's,
I was paying Joey when I
Yeah.
felt the salt stopped.
no. No, I've had this load here ordered for over a week, maybe close to 2 weeks. And I called the other day, like last week, and said, any idea when we're gonna get it? And the woman answered, said, well, I can tell you, you can talk with Tim if you want, but, she said, you're gonna get it when we get it, when the train cars come. Apparently the train cars still haven't come. And that's what his call was tonight, basically saying they're not gonna get any from Cargill for the month. He don't think you're gonna get any for the whole month of February, so.
Now, the load that's coming that we're gonna order, will that, so to speak, hold you for a month?
Depends on the weather, huh?
Depends on the weather.
Right, but, I mean, typically it's a load a month, so to speak. In the past.
Yeah, you can load.
I mean, you can look at it that way.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I guess if you average it out or whatever, yeah. I mean, you could get a load and use it in 3 days, you know.
Right.
And then the next load might go, 3 weeks, you know.
But it goes you a month.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe you wanted to get a backup load just to be in their good grace.
Does it work with this cold weather?
No, if it's too cold, it doesn't work well. No, like if you get below 15 degrees, you start losing it.
Yep.
But it'll work until you get down to 0. Yeah. Once you get down around 0, it doesn't. Yeah. You can't, if you got like buildup on your road, that's the thing, that's the key to it, is get it down before you get that buildup. Once you get that buildup, you're screwed because it's hard to get it up and it takes a lot to get rid of it. If you can keep it from getting stuck to the blacktop, that's the key. I'm trying to, we went out last week, one day it was got up into like 12, 13 degrees. And we put it on pretty heavy and got things loosened up. I'm glad we did as much as we did because then once that hard pack stuff, you can't keep sand on it. It's like some of our dirt roads, you got so much traffic that you can't keep the sand on it, and the traffic just blows it right off, it won't stick.
It's almost shiny. It looks like kind of shiny.
Yeah. But yeah.
What happens at the end of the season when you have some left? Does it keep over the summer? Or does it-
Yeah. Yeah, because you'll see a lot of towns or the state, whatever, they'll fill their sheds back up in the spring, you know, the winter's done, they'll fill them up full, so they're ready for next fall. Yeah, as long as it doesn't get wet. If it gets wet, well, so it's.
Well, that's what I wondered because of where it's like it rained in there.
You might put,
Just a little stream went through it or something.
no, it's the. So yeah, I might wanna just tweak some of those numbers a little bit, but obviously the social security and health insurance, that, 200,000 I'm anticipating on structures money, I'm not sure if we wanna count on all that. I'd rather count on 150 and get 200 than count on 200 and get 150. So I don't want to because then you gotta do something else somewhere else or raise the tax rate. And don't want to do that either.
But if you don't get it, will the expenses be down somewhere that go with that? To offset that, so if you only get 150, will your expenses be down too?
Right, they would be.
So it'd wash that way.
Yeah, they would be, yeah. Like I said, the only way you get to 200,000 if the project goes above and beyond, say, 223,000. I'm just not sure it's gonna, the estimate to get the full amount that I did says that it will. That's just so you're eligible for the full 200,000. But if it comes in less than that, then you might not only get 180. And like I said, there's that structures, the roadway, the class 2 roadway grant that shows 0. But wouldn't maybe do, and you know, if it really makes any difference, is call the structure grant 150 and put 50 of it up here to the road. I could send in for a partial. But I'm not sure that's the, that's gonna be better than
Can be a wash either way you do it, right?
yeah, it will be. That way you're just moving numbers around, you're not increasing anything. Expenses, it's not. Like I understand, they got 17.5 again, and we're gonna probably have some tomorrow, so. But next winter might not be as bad as this one was. And worse, I suppose.
Say that, Joey.
And the salt increased quite a bit because they use more. But I think, well, maybe we don't need to increase it that much, but then hearing this language about having to pay 120. Which it is,
It's better to leave it there, probably.
yeah,
It never goes down as fast as it goes up, if it goes down at all.
right. One thing about it, if you got money left over, it always carries over into the next year, so.
Yeah, you don't really have an increase, so.
No, the tax rate will stay the same, right, or a cent less?
Yep.
Unless,
If-
once
if
we,
things-
that was figured in the extra 10 for health insurance.
Right,
So the 20, the extra, yeah, that's not even gonna really change it there, that'll be a fraction.
a fraction.
Do you have a, that 731 number, what, do you have that, what that would be or no?
For the,
With the changes, with the
with the $10,000 and then the,
social security?
0.613 for a tax rate.
It was,
62 last year.
nice to think about taxes going down, but in reality, the way things are going crazy like they are, I don't think it's a good idea.
Rare.
It's not a good idea.
No, because then the next time you might have to jump even more to make up for it, and people feel like that's not a
I
tax.
think last year we raised the tax rate 2 cents.
Yeah, it went from 60 in '24 to 62 last year.
We raised it 2 cents, and that's kind of like not a bad thing, a cent or two each year. So staying the same is really good, actually.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not gonna come back to bite us.
Great.
Okay.
And it could, because you take those, when you get those extra revenue, $200,000, and if you counted $200,000 for the paving one too, that'd really drop things. And then another year, you're not gonna get either one of those. They'll probably still have the same expenses. Really catch us up in a hurry.
And we don't have tolls,
Yeah.
right? It is too bad. There's just not a good way to get revenue for a road.
Maybe you could have on that bridge down there.
I look at it like, they claim that old one, claim the new one.
Nothing new there. I know it's
They would like
getting
the
worse.
conversation,
I know it's getting worse.
yeah.
Yeah, it's,
That's gonna require some expensive repairs, and then the longer it goes, the more expensive it'll get.
we'll get it back back.
It's the left urinal, but
Right, but I thought
I
the
don't-
ladies
The
don't.
one that everybody goes to.
I don't know why it does, but.
Guess somebody might have.
Any more thoughts or questions for Joey? Pretty straightforward. That's good, Joey. You did a great job.
Oh, I had a question for you guys though. Related to this. So, with that TAP grant, that settlement, the question is, should we show revenue, like here, where's the TAP grant? We anticipated 30,000, but I'm showing that we got nothing. Do you want that to show that we did get something? And then show the expense of it going to the state on another line down
We
here?
were meetings, I'm not sure what he said.
Yeah. I'm not sure we should. Kind of a wash.
It is a lot.
And I don't know how much it was.
Right. Right, need to figure that out first.
Okay. Another question?
That was the only question?
No, I got it. Oh, so the stipend for health insurance,
Oh, yes.
that stayed the same?
Haven't talked to them.
Okay.
Haven't,
I don't remember how that got built, that stipend.
probably.
Is
I just can't say. Names or anything.
Yeah,
Is there many?
should that be an executive thing?
It'd be easier to talk about.
I think we're. Yep.
How will we go into executive?
That's all good.
It's been moved and seconded to go into executive. Any discussion? Seeing none, everybody in favor? Aye.
Right.
Any opposed? Nay. We're in executive at 7:14.